Welcome to all who are here in this moment. My signature is Zyona, and my patterning is the love in your heart. After this long explanation which has been provided by my partner, Zebulon, I invite you to take a breath. Go ahead, take a long breath, because God knows that I know that He can drag on and on and on and get so very excited about all of these things which are indeed beautiful. But what is beauty without the ability to express it? If you want to call me anything within these classes that we will share together, call me your art teacher. Call me your expressive art teacher. Because that is what we will explore together. The expression of yourself. And in expressing yourself, you indeed are an artist. This is why I have chosen for myself a very feminine energy. Feminine because feminine carries within its own essence expression as an art. While I would even dare to say that male energy carries the same type of expression, but not typically as an art, but as a method. Now one must understand both the method and the art to be the artist. And this is what I shall be teaching in this College of Pioneers. Before I go into the truly practical, I want all of you to know that there are indeed physical expressions of both myself, Zyona, and my partner, who is still here in this room, observing, understanding, just like you, Zebulon, on this planet Earth. And this is why the ISH Continuum and those who will work with it have chosen the area of Boulder, Colorado, as a major port of exploration. The energy here is carried by the both of us. And as the channel and those who work together in this Shalalaya adventure will know there are two dominant mountains right here in this area of Boulder, Colorado. And they exist next to each other. The one that you have just witnessed, Zebulon, could be called the smaller of these mountains. And myself, Zyona, is the larger of these. Now this is just a reality that we have chosen to create if the time were to be right for us to speak. And the time is right for us to speak. So where before you have had these wonderful, I would almost want to call them spiritual meccas, all over planet Earth, such as your beautiful, beautiful energy of Shasta, or the as beautiful but very, very powerful energy of Sedona. So here, in coming years, you will see the creation of a Mecca, the first one with a complete balance between male and feminine energy, or masculine and female energy, if you will. There is a reason why I did not say masculine and feminine, or male and female. And I will explain to you why. In a very short while, you will see yourselves become explorers of gender, as gender will lose its true meaning that it carries on earth today. But there always must be a method and an art. And once you balance these energies, you will begin to understand that the method is the theory and that the art is the practice. Now, as things go on earth today, I have already said this, the method is the male, and the art, the female, is the practice. Alright? However, this does not have to be the case. Even though my signature might be very feminine, I do not have to choose to be the art alone. The feminine, which has always been the practice on this planet you inhabit, can also become the method. And the masculine can become the art. Balancing both, the masculine as an art and a method, and the feminine as an art and a method within yourself, will create a balance within your vibrational field, which is the first step, actually, towards what you call sovereignty. Because as long as there is an unbalance in this respect, you will always be attached to an attribute, which can no longer be the case in the future. So, I would say that the feminine and the masculine and the female and the male, can you follow me? Can you? One says yes and another says no. How entertaining. I would say, I will simplify. I will say that the male and female are art, and masculine and feminine are the method. Carry all four of these within you, and you will open a space within yourself that has been called in Lemurian times the Akene. Now these art classes are all about activating this Akene, and this is what we shall do through expression, through beautiful, beautiful creation and expression. But before I can teach you how to be the life force, creating energy, I must teach you how to truly move energy. And even though this is not truly the beginning of this Pioneers College, but let's say it, the introductory day to this, I will give you an exercise in how to actually achieve all of this. Now, in order to truly and completely move energy around, energy cannot be stuck on a timeline. You see this? Because if you are going to move energy, which has a past signature, it will move into the future, beyond your control. And if you have energy with a future signature, it will move into the now, beyond your control. And this is not something that you wish to do, especially not in a mental reality where past does not carry with it attributes that are going to help you in your future, and where the future, moving into the now, can only bring into your now fear and postponement and lack, and even such a thing as desire. Desire which can only exist based on the three things, fear and postponement and lack, which I have just described. And so there are those who think they have found the answer to an eternal question, and so they become these energy movers of the now. And what they create for themselves is a world of control. Because they think they have to keep things straight within the now. They're afraid to look at their past. They're truly afraid to look at their future. And the only energy they dare to work with is the energy of now. But little do they know, or little do they see even, that this energy which they have available in their now comes from the past and comes from the future. And so, moving this energy within the now is all about control, about keeping things going, about keeping things happening. Things must happen the way they have been programmed, and so they move energy all about their field of experience, not knowing that this energy is following a program. And as they start to identify with the energy that they are moving in the now, unfortunately, they become the program. And this is when the masks start to be worn in life. And this is when you become a victim of the now. I know that many try to discover the power of now. But the power of now cannot be discovered within the now. However, it can be discovered within the moment of singularity. Because this is the only thing which does not change as you move from moment to moment to moment. As you are not yet the life force, your experience of singularity stays the same throughout your life. You might have many experiences in your life, but the point of experience stays the same. Because always you will think that you are this body. Always you will think that you are this person. Never will you think that you are another person that is standing in front of you. Never will you shift your point of singular consciousness or singularity into that. So here you are, stuck in your lives. But if you can actually look at the now as a moment which does not need to have any type of shift, but which only needs, truly only needs, how can I put this in human terms? A fluidity about it. Then you can begin to see that you are not even moving from now to now to now, or not even moving from moment to moment to moment, but that all of your life is but one moment. And this, I will tell you, is why your life has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Because it is one moment in which you experience many different moments. If you can take your life up to that level, where all of it, including your past, becomes one moment, then you will actually begin to see that all the other lifetimes that you have lived are simply other moments of the singularity which is you. And when you begin to see that, you truly begin to step into an infinite existence. And age no longer exists, and all of these things no longer exist. It truly is freedom. The reason why it is so important to become a creator of expression is so that you will begin to see that all of these moments can be your work of art. And when all of these moments that you move from one to the other, to the other, to the other, are no longer taken so seriously, that's when it becomes art. Life becomes art. Have you ever known a writer or a painter or a singer who takes him herself too seriously to truly be successful beyond the existence of several moments in their lifetimes? No. It is only when you start enjoying that process of creating your art, and your life is your art, that you truly can begin to undertake this. So knowing all of this, once again, I will remind you of what I have said at the beginning of my little class I am having with you. And that is that you have to take all of these moments and move them out of what you have called time and space. Because, let me ask you this, does it truly happen to matter when something happened, or where something happened? Or does it happen to matter that it happened, and what you felt as it happened? Where and when something mattered, and with whom it mattered, is nothing else but your canvas and your paint. But how you reflect upon it, how you experience it, the feelings that you choose to have around it, truly is the brush with which you paint your moment. Can you see this? If so, if the moment itself, being the time and the space and the event and the persons, are nothing else than the canvas and the paint, right? Then you, as an expresser of creativity and the creator of expression, can choose to paint many paintings from one moment. Isn't this what a true artist does? When you begin to do this, you actually start to have the ability to take your singularity as a consciousness and to observe a moment from many different angles, moving into all the things and objects and people that were in that moment as it was created. And once you have done that from every single angle, you create a whole different expression of it. However, this is still moving energy around. Because what you are going to learn in time is that this time and this space object, which always seems to be there, doesn't even have to exist. You can choose, as it were, other paint, other colors, another canvas, rather than painting on a piece of paper. You can choose to paint on a cave, or in some cases to paint the clouds. You can choose to do all of these things. Time and space, as they are being experienced right now through you, are not the solid objects that they appear to be. And even your brush can be different in every moment. So the expression of your art can always be different in every moment. Now, why are so many of you stuck? Why is it so that so many of you can't look beyond the past, or are afraid to look into the future with joy and happiness? Why is it so that your now moment is so very limited? Simply because you have attached too many attributes to your past and your future objectives. Because even in your past, you have objectives. Every artist will know that the biggest tragedy is to want to change the past and to see that as an impossibility. And those who basically have sadness over the inability to change the past get stuck into either fear for the future or the strong desire to change things in the future, and they forego their now moment. The only way to handle this is to include your past moments and your future moments into this one big potential called life. And as such, you must remove many things out of your timeline. This has been said by so many over time. But once again, one of the reasons why we have begun to speak is that we have noticed how so many have listened to so many very interesting ideas and very interesting concepts, but have not been able to truly start working with them and to truly make that change. Now, this Pioneers College is not just about theory. It's not just about the masculine. It's also about the feminine. It's also about the practice. As such, you will begin to notice in coming years how your field of experience, which has been so dominated by methods and rules, will move into a world of practice and what I would dare to call guidelines. Just like every artist has a guideline within him/her, which is to do what the heart desires to do. And this is only based on love. What the heart wants to do is based on love. So one of the major laws of human existence will have to vanish. And that law is an non-spoken, but yet very outspoken law that you have to fear things. There are so many things on this planet, radiant friends, that you have to fear. And that fear is not necessary at all. You fear your past, and you fear your future, and you even fear the present moment. Because when it appears to be perfect, you fear that it might be disrupted. And when it appears to be so disruptive, you fear that it may never be perfect. Now, it has been said jokingly by some on this earth that love is the answer. But it truly is. Let love be your colors. Let joy be your canvas. And let the freedom be the act of painting. And you will make of your life one moment of totality, which will be so full and complete that it moves into all these other moments which you have called all these other lives. And the walls of dimension, be it vertical or be it quantum, will disappear. And this is what you and I, Zyona, will practice together. So let's begin with a very simple exercise. Some of you might know this exercise, but we are going to repeat it anyway, because it is a very important exercise, especially in this day and age. The exercise is very practical. What happens when you want to live in joy? When you want to let go of the past, or even let go of the future, and others around you, or events around you and situations around you try to pull you back. This is what we are going to practice today. Alright? So I invite you to find a place of intense stillness. To find a place of intense stillness, you can think about the quiet passion of a fire burning. Imagine yourselves near a fireplace and imagine the passionate, quiet energy of a fire burning. See the flames and hear how they make love to the wood. Now, while you stay in this place for a little while, I invite you to look into that fire deeper and deeper, evermore. Get lost in it. Become it. That fire is in the pores of your skin. That fire is in every particle, at the heart of every particle of your body. Become. 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 When you are ready, start breathing in that fire. Ever so gently. With every breath, your chest fills up with this warm intensity of stillness. Stillness. While you keep doing that, I invite you to focus simply on the sky. Focus on the sky. Clouds are passing by in an everlasting sky. Feel the intense stillness of that sky and those clouds. And it seems as though those clouds are getting nearer, and your body appears to lose any type of gravity as you become the clouds and the wind and the blueness of the sky. And as you take with you that blueness of the sky, there is a desire to create more color. And so easily, out of your energy, blending with the blueness of the sky, a rainbow appears. Allow that rainbow to be. And take a breath. As you take that breath, the sky that has now become you gets visited by this very gentle, elegant and simple butterfly. And your point of singularity changes, and you move with the butterfly. And you notice that underneath you is an ocean. See the majestic waves. The majestic waves. Still, yet intense. Determined. Free. Patterned on chaos. And there is this desire to move into the water, and before you know what happens, your body changes and you become this fish, this beautiful fish that plunges into the water, and you explore as you are one with this beautiful water. There is life all around you. All around you. There is no time here, and space has a different meaning. It is magnificent. And as you move with greater intensity through the water, you see that only a mile or two away from you there is land. The sea ends and there is land, but there is no fear, and you keep swimming faster and faster and faster. And before you know it, you move into that rock that is in front of you. And you become this seedling in this dirt which is behind the rock. And you form roots. You form roots in this amazing new world that you are discovering. And a little sprout comes up and sees that rainbow that you have created. That rainbow in the sky. All of these elements, air and water and earth, exist within one of the most elegant elements ever created. And you are that element, light. Light. And you remember the fire with its quiet intensity. You remember that you had moved into that fire. Because of your experiences, that fire has turned violet. Violet is a neutral color of creation. And so, everything around you, as you are still within that fire, appears to be violet. Beautiful, beautiful violet. And you realize that everything that we have discussed, me, Zyona, and my partner, Zebulon, everything that you have ever experienced was merely based on possibility. Possibilities, some of which were beautiful, but possibilities that were handed to you, offered to you. Now, I want you to focus, if you will, on a moment in your life. It might be this very moment in which you are doing this expressionist exercise, where you are ready for a beginning, a beautiful, beautiful beginning, and yet all around you appear to be situations and people and even objects, maybe, circumstance, that seems to signify that you cannot do this, that there is an end before there is even a beginning. But what we are going to do is move into the realm of potential. Now, in order to do that, you must know that everything you experience is classified as an emotion, as a mentality, or as a feeling. Now, the situation that you are in, that which you want to begin, but which seems to be blocked by others, focus now on the emotion that comes into your body. Use the elements that we have described, or anything else that you wish. What does it make you feel not to be able to initiate that beginning? What does it make you feel? What emotion comes up because of others around you that not seem to let you go, or things around you that you are attached to? What emotion? Now, let's focus. When you feel this emotion, when you experience it, let's look at the possibilities in your past which seem to have created this circumstance. What possibilities have you allowed? And what possibilities haven't you allowed? What did you think you were worth? And what did you think to be impossible? Do you want to begin a new life? Do you want to undertake a journey? Begin an art? Whatever it is, heal a disease. And others around you emote fear towards you because of some mentality in your past that has created possibilities, limited possibilities. Try to find these with every breath you take, you are not going to find them by focusing on them in your head, but simply by focusing on something as elegant as your breath or your heartbeat. Just focus on your breath or your heartbeat and trust that they will lead you and guide you to those created possibilities of limitation. And once you are there, ask yourself, how does this make you feel? No emotions. A feeling is very simple. An emotion is very complex. A feeling is something that you either like or dislike, that you either love or that you don't love. That is a feeling. Now these limited possibilities will not be loved by the core of you, because the core of you only loves freedom, limitlessness, creative expression. Now hold on to that feeling and that mentality and that emotion, and let's take it up. Let's take it up. Let's take it out of you and move it into the realm of potential. The realm of potential, where quite literally everything is possible. Have you been limited in every way or in any way? Then let's focus on the potential of abundance. Abundance. Remember the beginning of this painting that we are now creating. When you were the fire, or you were the sky and the clouds, or the butterfly and the ocean and the fish and the seed and the roots and the little sprout. That is abundance. Focus on this as a potential, and then start moving it back into your chest. Inside of your chest, in the center of your chest, there is a cup, a holy grail, if you will. Nost, some call it. And this potential is the true ISH that fills that cup. And when this holy grail is filled with the potential of abundance, the life elixir, Nost moves into ISH. ISH. Now feel that abundance and the joy it brings inside of your chest. And let us understand that the past and all of its limited possibility is your creation. And this place in your chest, which we call the heart of all things, the Akene, has two gateways. One at the back, leading into the past, another in the front, leading back into your ability as a creator, which seems to reside in the future. Now, whatever or whomever may have limited you in the situation that we are exploring together, let's invite you to connect to them and to move that abundance, that potential of abundance into their lives through the back of the Akene. Just see the connection between you and them moving into that past, sending waves of abundance. Waves of abundance. And keep doing this until you feel that smile appear on your face, and that smile appear on their face in the past, and you will feel how the back of your Akene gets very, very cold as the potential moves into the past and erases some of the possibility there and actually starts a new painting. Keep doing this for as long as you want, and when you are ready, I invite you to move the same potential of abundance out through the front of your Akene, because you see, that is where you are connected through the angelic realm all the way to yourself as a creator, and where every experience is sent to. So send the experience of abundance through the front of your chest into the angelic realm, and from there all the way back towards yourself as creator, and feel how it heats up the front of your chest, becomes warm, ever so warm. And when you are ready, take the feeling of heat, the feeling of expression in front of your chest, and take the feeling of potential, that cold feeling, and bring them together in the center of your chest, in your thymus, in your Akene, and feel how the heat dissolves the cold, and the cold moves into the heat, and a new type of balance is created that moves all through your body. Ish. Now stay in that. Wherever you are, just stay in it for a while. And whenever this thought or limitation may appear again in your life, I invite you to truly practice this expressionist exercise once again. Just practice it once again and keep doing it until your past moments all flow together as one with the now and with a future filled with potential. When you are ready, when you have mastered that situation, we are going to continue next time and see how you can move that same energy into other moments, other lifetimes, and how you can increase the singularity of your consciousness. Turn your life into a form of art. Turn yourself into the brush and turn your divine will into the hand that guides the beauty of the painting. My signature is Zyona, and my pattern is one of love. It is our pride, our honor, and our joy towards you, radiant being, that we may, together with you, begin this Pioneers College. Next time, when I speak, together with my partner and Nathan, we will speak more about the curriculum that will be offered and how you can choose to move into a true existence as a pioneer. I am in love with you. I am in joy with you. And together we are freedom. And so it is.
Wildflower in a wild wind, wild voice singing deep within. Wild night when your dreams come true. It's happening to me and you. Wild river rolling to the restless sea. What is meant to be will be, and it's a wild life, no matter what we do. It's happening to me and you, me and you. Where I'm bound, nobody knows, and I'm too far gone to take it easy. I feel the grass beneath my feet as it grows. I feel the wind in my hair as it blows. I got the courage to be wrong, and the strength of a rose. Strength of a rose. Wild heart in a wild world, the innocent eyes of a little girl. Wild spirit in a wild dream, passing through this world alone. A wild river rolling to the restless sea. A white cloud moving silently. A silver moon shining through, shining on me and you, me and you. Where we're bound, nobody knows, and we're too far gone to take it easy. Feel the grass beneath our feet as it grows. Feel the wind in our hair as it blows. We got the courage to be wrong, and the strength of a rose. The strength of a rose. Wildflower in a wild wind, wild voice singing deep within. Wild night when your dreams come true. It's happening to me and you. A wild river rolling to the restless sea. What is meant to be will be. It's a wild life, no matter what we do. Happening to me and you, me and you. Where I'm bound, nobody nobody knows, and I'm too far gone to take it easy. Feel the grass beneath my feet as it grows, and I feel the wind in my hair as it blows. I got the courage to be wrong, and the strength of a rose, the strength of a rose.